Hello, my friends, and welcome. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. And today we are just going to get it all. And we're going to get it out there. We're going to absorb positive energy. We're going to stretch. We're going to move. We're going to breathe, and hopefully just end up feeling amazing. So if you're not already, that's our end goal. Thank you for joining me on your mat. Let's find a seated position. Let's make that seated position butterfly today. Bringing the soles of the feet together, bringing the hands someplace along your shins, and you can pull those feet in nice and tight, or you can keep those feet out and away. We're just going to sit up nice and tall and let those knees open out to the side. Close your eyes and breathe. Nice, big, deep breaths. Relaxing the jaw, softening the eyes, allowing that breath to just move through you freely. So as we check in, physically, mentally, emotionally, we do so without judgment or criticism. We open our minds and we open our hearts to healing, to growing, to exploring, and to loving. Loving the body, the skin that we're in, appreciating the world around us, celebrating each and every breath. Honoring the movement that we get to participate in today. The fact that you're here, that you made a conscious decision to take care of yourself, to do something positive for your mind, your body, and your spirit. With your next breath in, I want you to press the chest forward, arch your back, lift your gaze towards the sky, and just hold that arch for just a moment. Chest lifted to the sky, opening your heart. As you exhale, hollow the tummy and chest and press your spine towards the back. Holding this hollow just for a moment, a breath or two. Feeling that space between each of the vertebrae, that stretch down your spine. Now we're just going to move at the pace of our breath. With your inhale, press and lift the chest to the sky, gaze to the sky. And then exhale, hollow the tummy and chest. Moving through cat and cow. Just waking up body. Getting rid of kinks. Promoting blood flow, oxygen flow. Making this the last of each. And sitting up nice and tall. Let's take that left leg and tuck it right underneath the right. And we're going to pull that right heel right in against the shin. Sitting up nice and tall. Breathe. Allowing that left knee to just roll open. Kind of just nestling that right knee against the elbow, the inside of the arm. And just hold here for a moment. Checking in with the back, the hip, the knees. Relaxing the shoulders. And let's slowly take our gaze out over that right shoulder. A little tuck of your chin towards that right collarbone. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. Nice, and let's switch. So we're just going to let that right knee fall open, shifting that left foot in front, just to mid-shin-ish. And then just kind of relax your arms, just comfortably. Find a space where your arm is supporting that left knee, holding on to the hand or the wrist, and just relax those shoulders. Allowing that right knee to roll open, getting a gentle stretch into your hip. So if you have really tight hips, this might not be super gentle, but we don't want to force anything that we're not ready to do yet. Sitting up nice and tall, and let's take that gaze out over that left shoulder. With a little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. Just breathe. Again, guys, not forcing anything. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front, and let's sweep that left foot around and come up onto all fours to a tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width, and we're going to extend that right leg straight out to the side, sole of the foot to the mat. We rotate and extend, right arm to the sky, reach it up as high as you can reach. Breathe. Extending and lengthening. If it feels right to you, allow that right arm to open out to the side. Just rotating through the torso, opening the chest towards the sky. Should feel really good, you guys. Just finding that space, your edge, where you can surrender in. Inhale, reach that right arm back to the sky and let's slowly release it down. Pulling that right knee back in. Extend your left leg straight out to the side, sole of the foot to the mat. We rotate and extend, left arm to the sky, reach it up as high as you can reach. Feel the extension, that length out of the shoulder up to the tips of your fingers. And then ever so slowly allow that left arm to open out to the side. As you turn the chest towards the sky, just feeling this amazing stretch all through that left arm, through the shoulder, into the chest. That gentle rotation, just working out kinks and promoting flexibility in the spine. Inhale, lift that left arm back to the sky and then ever so slowly releasing that left hand down. Drawing your left knee back in to tabletop. Breathe. Take a big breath into cow pose, tummy towards the floor, gaze and sit bones to the sky. Exhale, hollow the tummy and chest, lift your spine, tuck your chin. So similar to our seated cat and cow, just flowing with your breath, inhaling to cat, inhaling to cow, exhaling to cat. Just working with those big, full, deep breaths. And just notice how it feels, a little different in our tabletop position versus seated. Both are amazing stretches, just a little different. Let's make this the last cat. And come back to our neutral spine. Tucking the toes, lifting the knees just an inch off the mat to stretch those toes, the arches of the feet, and getting into those calves. Strengthening through the shoulders, through the belly, through those quadriceps. Breathe. Find that breath. Now, if you want a little more intensity, guys, we're going to shift our weight to our left foot and extend that right leg out. Toe is just barely touching the mat. Working harder here. Pull that right leg in. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left leg extends out to the side. Big toe just barely touching. So that supporting weight, yeah, that right leg's got it all. And bring it back in. Extend the legs. Shift your weight back towards your heels. Nice work. Big, full, deep breaths, guys. Let's inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. Exhale and let your heels gently sink. Let's do that again. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Pressing the chest and shoulders towards your thighs. Reach those sit bones high. And then ever so gently let those heels sink. Taking the gaze between the hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. And just relax in forward fold. Let those arms be heavy. Let your head be heavy. Soften your face. Eyes can be open or closed. So oftentimes I'll give you breathing cues, guys. Don't stress about the breathing cues. Just make sure you're breathing. One thing as we progress through our yoga, in our yoga practice, is that breath just comes naturally. You just have to let it. So not forcing. Your body knows what to do. Let it. Bring the hands to the elbows, hold on, and then just gently sway. Side to side. Your breath, oh my goodness, you guys, it's such a powerful force. Energizing, calming, quieting, all at the same time.
Your breath lets you know when you're too deep in a pose, when things aren't okay, and it knows when we need to back off, or when there's room to play. Coming back to center, release your arms, and ever so slowly roll yourself up, stacking each vertebra one at a time, till we stand nice and tall, rolling those shoulders up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Let's do that one more time. Make it a big shoulder roll up and back. Shoulders slide down and away. Turn your palms open to the front. Tummies are tight, glutes are tight. This is our mountain pose. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down, walk, step, or hop to high plank, releasing that left knee to the mat if you like, otherwise legs stay long. We rotate and extend right arm to the sky, reaching up. So we can be down on our knee, we can be down on our forearm, we can be up on those feet or up on our hand. We're going to reach to the sky. Find your breath. As you exhale, that right hand comes down across the chest, reaching slightly behind and through. I want you to hold that rotation. And I want you to reach back as far as you can reach. I want you to feel those oblique muscles working. Now slowly unroll it and extend that right arm to the sky. We're going to do that again. Exhale, hand comes down across the chest, reaching slightly behind and through. Hold that rotation. Reach, 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 reach. And then unwind it and extend that right arm to the sky. Breathe. Slowly releasing that right hand down, coming back to plank. Lift your hips to down dog. And gently alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Find that breath, find that rhythm. Feel that release, guys. As you exhale, let both heels sink. And we inhale it to high plank. Releasing that right knee to the mat if you like, otherwise legs stay long. Let's rotate and extend. Left arm to the sky, reach it up as high as you can reach. So again, you can be on your forearm or you can remain on your hand. That right knee can be down or those legs can be long with the feet staggered or stacked. We're going to reach up as high as we can reach. And then as you exhale, that left hand comes down across the chest, reaching slightly behind and through, holding that reach. How far back can you reach? Feeling those obliques all along that right side. And slowly unwind it and extend that left arm back to the sky. We're going to do that one more time. Exhaling that left hand down across the chest, reaching slightly behind and through. Reach, reach, reach. Hold that reach. And unwind it, extending that left arm back to the sky. Awesome. Exhaling and releasing that left hand to the mat, coming back to plank. Lift your hips to down dog. Find your breath. Shift your weight to your left hand, right hand reaching across, touching that left leg or foot, and then release, right hand down, left hand crossing, touching the leg of the foot, and release it back down, just alternating sides, reaching back, keeping that down dog position, head heavy, slow, steady breaths. And last one, coming back to down dog, inhale it to high plank, toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog, and exhale to down dog. Shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Back knee down if you like, otherwise knee is off. Arms circle overhead to a crescent lunge. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And exhale, sink. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale and sink. Stay low. Inhale, reach and hinge forward. Nice long diagonal line. Rotate your palms towards the ground. Spread your fingers wide. Inhale, reach it out. And then exhale, pull it back. Lift your gaze to the sky. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Squeeze those elbows. Pull it back. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale and pull it back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach it out. And exhale, pull it back. Hold here. Now lift your fingertips towards the sky. Feel that openness in the chest. Inhale, reach to the sky. Lengthen the arms. Come up nice and tall. Flow forward. Hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips. Sweep it back. Extend right leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Inhaling to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale to down dog. Let's alternate bending knees. Walk it out. Find your breath. Slow that breath down. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Shift your weight to your right foot, left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back knee down if you like, otherwise leg off. Arms circle overhead. So if that knee is off, we're on the ball of that back foot. Pressing through that back heel. Shoulders soft and away from the ears. Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little. And then exhale, sink. Do that one more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale and sink. Stay low. Inhale, reach and hinge it forward. Find that breath. Rotate your palms towards the floor. Strong through that belly. Take a big breath in and reach. And then exhale. Pull it back. Lift your gaze to the sky. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale and pull it back. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale and pull it back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale and pull it back. Hold that pull back. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Lift your gaze. Now slowly trip your fingertips towards the sky. Breathe. Oh, those cactus arms, just great for opening up the chest, activating that upper back. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. And gently release it down to down dog. Let's inhale it to high plank. Hold your plank, toes or knees. Breathe. If the knees are down, remain there in that solid plank. If the knees are off, we're going to inhale and we're going to bend the knees. Exhale and extend the legs. So we're trying to keep steady. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale and extend the legs. Steady through the upper body. Only thing that's happening is those knees are moving. Hips are remaining level. Hips are remaining in that plank position. Breathe. One more time. Bend and extend. Lift those hips to down dog. Find your breath. Adding that little tip of the pelvis, feeling that deep stretch down the backs of the legs. Shifting your weight to your left foot, right toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through. Let's bring that back knee to the mat. Keep those toes tucked under. Weight forward. I want you to lengthen through the crown of the head and take your gaze out. Maybe a foot, foot and a half out in front of those right toes. Breathe. Now let's untuck those toes. Lift the chest. Place your hands on that right thigh. So our half crescent. Noticing the difference when that knee is down. If the knee was down last time, see if you can get a little deeper into those hip flexors. Extending left arm out. Lift it high. Arch it back. Breathe. Inhale it back up. Now we can do that same thing, or if you like, extend that right arm. And as you exhale, arch it back. So with both arms, a little more intensity. If it was better to keep that right hand on your thigh, keep it down. Inhale it back up nice and tall. Pull the hands to heart center, rotate. Place that left elbow to the right knee and press against your knee, working to bring your hands towards heart center. Breathe. Now we can stay right here.
Or a little challenge if you like. Tuck your back toes and lift that back knee. Breathe. Gently releasing that back knee down. Untuck those toes, challenging our balance as we're in this rotation, and come back to face front. Extend the arms to the sky, and as you exhale, arch it back. Open the arms to a nice wide V. Inhale, reach to the sky, flow forward. Both hands to the inside of your foot. And let's let that right knee roll open. Find your breath. As you exhale, a little rotation through the torso as you take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Just a nice stretch through the left side of the rib cage, into that right hip, that right ankle and the knee. So we've got lots of spaces, lots of places to feel this stretch. Slowly rotating it back. One hand on either side of your foot. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg to the sky. Go ahead and open up those hips. Lift that right leg as high as you can get it. Add a flex of that right foot, a bend of the right knee, and draw your heel towards your bottom. So depending upon your lifestyle, what you do you have a tendency to sit a lot in your job or just in life? Are you running around like a crazy person all the time? So depending upon your lifestyle, guys, you're going to feel things differently. Your body's going to respond differently. One more good breath in here. Extending that right leg to the sky and slowly releasing it down. It's about finding balance and about finding time for yourself to do things that you don't normally do. So if you sit a fair amount, if that's what your job entails, or you just have a tendency to sit, stand, move, stretch those hip flexors, stretch those quadriceps, engage those glutes, engage those hamstrings. If you're running around all the time, guys, you probably need some stretching too. Breathe. Movement is medicine. Repetitive movement cannot be so great for the body. So that constant same motion, we want to make sure that we're doing different things as often as we can. As you exhale, let both heels sink. Shift your weight to your right foot. Left toes to the sky. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Bringing that back knee to the mat, keeping those toes tucked under. Breathe. Finding that breath. So we can balance, you guys, far beyond just being able to stand on one leg. Balance in our life. Okay? So activities, time spent working, time spent playing, time spent learning. So really finding that balance with friends, with family. Let's untuck those toes. Let's lift the upper body and bring the hands to that left thigh. Breathe. Weight is forward. Feel that long stretch down the front of that right leg. Core is still engaged, so we're making sure we're taking care of that back. Extending right arm out. Lift it high. Arch it back. A little or a lot. Beautiful stretch all the way down the front of the body. Breathe. Can you feel that down the right side through the belly? Down all the way through the front of that right leg. And let's inhale it back up. Now again, this time you can do the same thing, or if you like, extend both arms and arch it back. So with those arms, both arms coming back, heavier load, guys, deeper stretch, more intensity. Is it right for you? We inhale it back up, pulling those hands to heart center, rotating and placing that right elbow to the left knee. Working to bring those hands towards heart center, gazing out over the left elbow. So just give your body a moment to find this space. Feeling that rotation, checking in with the breath. Now, if you like, tuck the back toes and lift that back knee. Core is engaged. Stability, balance, strength, all rolled into one. Here we go. Beautiful pose. Gently releasing that back knee back down. Untuck those toes. Turn back to face front. Extend the arms to the sky, and as you exhale, open it up. Nice wide V. Inhale, reach to the sky, and let's bring both hands to the inside of your foot. A variation of lizard pose. Finding that breath, and let's allow that left knee to roll open. Getting into that left hip. Now, if it feels right to you, start to rotate through the torso and take your gaze out over that left shoulder. Notice how that right hip, the front of that right side of the pelvis, coming towards the mat, deepening that stretch through that left hip, through that right hip flexor. Making sure the body is happy about this motion. The breath is still slow and steady. Slowly we come back to center, drawing that left knee back in. One hand on either side of your foot. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend left leg to the sky. Oh, go ahead and open up those hips. Add a flex of that left foot and a bend of that left knee. Draw your heel towards your bottom. Breathe. Extending left leg to the sky, slowly releasing it down to down dog. Holding your down dog, you are welcome to come to child's pose or to grab a drink of water. We're going to inhale it to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And exhale it back to down dog. Taking a gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. Relaxing the weight of the upper body. Bending those knees as much as you need to get the hands to the mat. We're going to bring those hands to the outside edges of your feet. And we're going to line up your tips of your fingers with your tips of your toes. And pressing the heels of the hands to the mat. Now relax the weight of the upper body down. So depending upon your flexibility and the length of your legs and the length of your arms, you might be able to do this fairly easily, or not so much. So this is a really good hamstring stretch. If you have shorter legs, yeah, not quite so much of a stretch, but it can still be pretty intense. So if those hands can get to the mat and those heels of the hands can press towards the mat, you are welcome to intensify things. Straightening those legs as much as you like. Keeping that chin tucked towards the chest just to keep the tension out of the base of the head. If you like, you can shift those hands back. So as you reach those hands back, that's going to draw the upper body closer to your legs. But as you do so, I want you to notice how your weight shifts. All of a sudden I can wiggle my toes because my weight shifted into my heels. I want to glue the heels of my hands to the mat and shift my weight back forward. Hello, hamstrings. So your body is super smart, you guys, and it figures out how to make things easier. We need to stay true and stay aware. So mindful movements. Breathe. Inhale, lift just slightly, release those arms, let them hang. Inhale it up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse one dive up. Exhale and release that left arm down by your side. Right forearm crosses the crown of the head and gently pull your head to the right. Relaxing the weight of your hand, the weight of the head, and reach those left fingertips towards the ground. Letting that tension and tightness in the neck and the shoulders just disappear. Inhale, extend right arm. Switch sides. Left arm comes up, right arm comes down. Cross the crown of the head and gently pull the head to the left. Relax the weight of the hand and reach with those right fingertips far down your leg as you can reach. Inhale, extend left arm. Lift the right. Interlace your fingers all but the index finger and thumb. Let's step those feet side by side. Take a big breath in and exhale, lean to the right. Press your hips to the left.
Use that right hand to pull that left arm. Now let's roll that left shoulder back just a little bit more. And inhale it back up. Exhale, lean to the left. Hips to the right. Squeeze those inner thighs. Use that left arm, left hand to pull that right arm. And then a little roll of that right shoulder back. Breathe. And inhale it back up. Pulling the hands to heart center. Big toes stay touching. We open those heels just a bit. Shift your weight to your heels and sit it back to chair. Hands can remain at heart center, or you're welcome to extend those arms overhead. Find your breath. Can you lift your toes? Breathe. Can you sink any deeper if you're like, nope, I'm already there? Stay there. Pull the hands to heart center, find a focal point, shift your weight forward, lift those heels as high as you can get them. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and sink. Let's sink low, all the way down. Mindful of those knees, guys. Breathe, extending the arms out in front, turning the palms open to the sky. Now we can stay up on the balls of the feet. Core is strong, or slowly begin to shift your heels to the mat. And notice how the body has to adapt to that change. Let's shift the weight forward once again, lifting those heels. Pull the hands back to heart center. Chest lifted, let's rise. Slow and steady. Extending the arms to the sky as you extend those legs. Reaching it up. Squeeze every muscle in the body. Strong and solid. Slowly releasing the arms as you release those heels back to the mat. Rock back to the heels, open those toes to mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down walk, step or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Nice big deep breaths, guys. Checking in. And let's slowly walk those hands back up to tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes and lift the knees. Breathe. We've been here once before. How does the body feel now? Hopefully stronger, more awake, blood flowing. And let's extend those legs. Shift your weight back towards those heels. A little bit of a narrower stance than our typical down dog. You feel that intensification as those hands are a little closer to the feet, all the way down the backs of the legs, that beautiful stretch. And let's walk those feet towards the hands and relax the weight of the upper body down. Bending the knees, allowing the tummy and chest to come to rest on your thighs. Circle the arms around behind your back, interlacing your fingers. Letting the hands just rest. If you like, roll those shoulders up and back. Lift your hands towards the sky. Now if you're able to keep those palms together, fabulous. If not, fabulous. Just find that space where you feel a great stretch. Nice big deep breaths, tucking the chin towards the chest. Slowly beginning to extend those legs if you like. And gently bring the hands to the small of the back. Gently release those arms, let them hang. Ever so slowly roll it up. One vertebra stacking on top of the other, one at a time. Big shoulder roll at the top, and shoulders slide down and away. Let's step back to the top of the mat if you're not already there. To mountain. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Walk, step, or hop to high plank. Crocodile down. Press it through up dog. And sit it back to child's pose. Just take a moment here. Find your breath. And let's slowly walk the hands up. Let's come over onto one hip. Sweep your feet around. And we're going to turn sideways on our mat. Having that left leg tucked in, we're going to bring that right foot back to where we started, kind of mid-shin. And we're going to reach down and we're going to take a hold of that right leg or the inside of that right foot. Left hand travels to the outside of the hip, and we're going to extend that right leg off to the side. Now you can have it kind of forward out in front of you at a diagonal, or you can really work to open up that leg. And we're going to sit up just as tall as you can sit. So again, remember I said your body's really smart. It hollows out so that it shortens. I want you to sit up nice and tall so you get that length in the hamstring. And then that left knee is just going to gently press down towards the mat and extend that left arm out to a little bit of a V. Breathe. Now turn your gaze out over that left shoulder. Find your breath. Are we still sitting up nice and tall? Gently bring your gaze back to face front. And we're going to bring that left or that right knee back in. Extend left leg out. Right foot comes in, sit up nice and tall, and let's pull that left leg in. So foot kind of mid-shin, sit up tall, taking a hold of that leg anywhere you like, and let's extend that left leg out to the side. So again, it might be further in front of you. That's absolutely fine. If it's off to the side, great. Sit up nice and tall and let that right knee open, noticing if there's more or less tension in that right hip than there was the left. Now it's extend that right arm out just to a little bit of a low V. I just want you to get that full extension so you feel that length all the way through the arm. Find that breath. Now slowly, slowly begin to turn your gaze out over that right shoulder. Finding that breath. So gravity is working with the arm and the leg. The leg wants to drop, but the arm is strong, supporting it. We're getting that amazing stretch down the back of that left leg. We're getting some core stability work here, guys, because that leg wants to pull us down. We have to work hard through the core to stay upright and strong. Slowly take your gaze back to center. Now we're going to take that left foot and we're going to cross it up and over the right leg. And we're going to bring those knees together just as best we can. So adjust if you want to come up onto those knees, lift your bum, stack the knees, and then gently sit yourself back down. Hands resting on the soles of the feet. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. Bring the hands around behind you, holding onto your forearms or your elbows. You can even come to reverse prayer if you like, bringing the palms of the hands to touch. And slowly, slowly begin to hinge it forward. Allowing the weight of the upper body to come down, head to be heavy. Now let's release those arms and extend them out to a T, coming up to the pads of the fingers. Spread your fingers wide. And I want you to hollow the tummy and chest just a bit, lifting your spine towards the sky, tucking your chin just a little bit more, seeing that influence of that stretch. What does that do for you? Intensifying things. Feels so good. And gently pull those hands back to the soles of the feet. Lengthen through the crown of the head and slowly rise. Awesome job. Didn't that feel good for the hip? Give yourself just a second. And we're going to windmill those feet around and switch sides. So we stack those knees again. You can lift your bum, stacking the knees, and then sit yourself back down. Hands to the soles of the feet. Sitting up nice and tall and just noticing through the hips. More intensity on this side or less. Find that breath. Sit up nice and tall. Awesome. And let's circle those arms around behind the back, taking a hold of the forearms or the elbows, or coming to reverse prayer. We slowly, slowly begin to hinge it forward, releasing the weight of the upper body down. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest. We release those hands and extend them out to a T, coming up to the pads of the fingers, creating space between those fingers. Still a little tuck of the chin towards the chest. Breathe. Lengthening and extending through those fingertips. We pull those hands back to the soles of the feet. Lengthen through the crown of the head, core strong. Let's hinge it all the way back up. Beautiful. Releasing those legs. Let's turn and extend those legs out nice and long. Flex your feet, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen and hinge it forward. Tummy down, chest down, hands, and then relax the weight of your head. Inhale, lift just slightly, lengthen through the crown of the head, walk those hands forward, and then release it back down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lift, releasing that intensity, walking those hands forward if you can, just a little bit more, and release the weight of the upper body back down. So as you're walking those hands forward, feeling that deeper stretch through the side body, as that head comes towards the legs, feeling that amazing stretch down the spine. And of course, hello hamstrings. Our forward folds, guys, whether they are seated, standing, or reclined, oh my goodness, so great for the lower back, for those hamstrings and those calves. Tight hamstrings pretty much always means a tight lower back. So really working on that length of those hamstrings through the glutes and a happy lower back. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Slowly roll it back, one vertebra at a time. Pulling that right knee in, hands to your shin, just below your knee. Pull it in nice and tight. Releasing the intensity, allowing that right knee to open out to the side just a little bit and pull it back up. So we're just off center, off to the right. Extending that left arm out to a T, reaching down, taking a hold anywhere along the outside of that right leg or your foot or the big toe with your first two fingers and your thumb. And let's extend that right leg. Use the strength of the arm to pull that leg back up towards your shoulder. There's this tendency to let the arm relax and that leg pull away from us. We want to keep that leg up in that diagonal line. So if you were a clock and the crown of your head was 12 o'clock, your leg would be off to about 1. Breathe. Feeling those core muscles kicking in, keeping that left hip connected to the earth. Now let's bend that right knee once again. Pull that right knee back to center. Now extend your right arm out, cross your left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the mat just as best you can. Turn your gaze out over that right arm. Now if you guys have been with me for a while, you know this is like my very favorite place. My very favorite stretch. I know I always tell you guys I have a ton of favorites, but this literally is my number one.
saves me. So on those days when my back is like, wow, I am not happy with you, I'll spend some time here, and it really, really, really helps. When I am on that discomfort train going about 90 miles an hour, this really slows it down and brings me back to a balanced place. I hope it does that for you too. Releasing that left hand, rolling back to center, extending your right leg to the sky, point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through your hip, slowly lowering down as you reach out through those toes, and allow it to come to rest. Just take a moment. Can you feel how much longer that right leg feels than your left? It's kind of cool. We got to catch that left side up though. So we're going to draw that left knee in, hands to your shin, just below your knee, and pull those knees in nice and tight, or your knee in, not both, just the one. So just a nice little release for the hip flexor on that left side. Shoulders down, and breathe. So we're going to release that intensity, and we're going to pull that left knee kind of up and out just a little bit. Find that breath. So again, if the crown of the head is 12 o'clock, we're going to bring that knee out to about an 11 o'clock. Find your breath. We're going to reach down with that left hand, taking a hold anywhere along the outside of the leg, outside of the ankle, outside of your foot, or take a hold of the big toe and extend that left leg. Right arm comes out to a T, and we're using the strength of that right arm to keep that the strength of the left arm to keep that left leg from pulling out to the side. So we've got this added bonus of this bicep work. Right hip working to stay connected to the mat. And breathe, slow, steady breaths. Again, here we are back at that hamstring. But here, a little off to the side, we're getting that groin work, the inner thigh, those adductor muscles. Breathe. And once again, we bend that left knee. We pull it back to center. Left arm extends out to a T, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently pull your leg across your body, keeping both shoulders on the mat just as best you can. Turn and take your gaze out over that left arm. Close your eyes and let that magic just happen, guys. Let your body release the tension, the tightness. Working into the fascia, the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, the joints. To find that love, that healing energy. Releasing that right hand, rolling back to center, extending left leg to the sky. Point your toes, lengthen your leg, little external rotation through that hip, reach out through the toes, and slowly lower that leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Arms come down by your sides, turning the palms open to the sky, making whatever adjustments you need to make to find that comfortable place. We give ourselves permission to stop, to allow the body to be quiet, aware of the flow of our breath and the flow of that positive energy, assimilating all of the work we have put into each and every asana, each and every pose. A gift to the mind, to the body, to the breath. Creating an opportunity to explore and to learn. To find space. To promote forgiveness and that energy flow.
I want you to stay connected with that energy flow. Moving throughout the body, to and from the body. We give ourselves permission to hold on to all the positive energy we need. And then we gently send the excess out into the universe. There are those days when we have an excess, and there are those days when we need a little extra from the universe. Never hesitate to send out the excess love and positive energy, or to ask for a little bit more and receive it with open arms. And we gently begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. We pull those knees in and roll to one side. As you're ready, using the strength of your arms to come up, we find a seated position that feels right to you. Take your time, guys. This is your time. Rest your hands comfortably wherever you like. Close your eyes. Nice big deep breaths in and out through the nose. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It means the world to me. Always an honor, always a privilege. My wish for you is light and love follows you everywhere. Living a healthy, happy life each and every day. Let's gently open the eyes, pull the hands to heart center. I hope you guys have the very best day. Until the next time, namaste.